Why is it that we can spend hours analyzing text messages, overthinking casual interactions, and still have absolutely no idea where we stand with someone we're interested in? The uncertainty of new relationships can be both exhilarating and exhausting. That constant question running through your mind: does she actually like me? Or am I just reading into things? You're not alone in this struggle. The human mind is wired to seek certainty, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. We look for signs, patterns, and validation that our feelings aren't one-sided. But here's the thing about attraction: it's rarely ever completely hidden. When someone is genuinely thinking about you, certain behaviors emerge almost involuntarily, subtle but consistent signals that you're occupying space in their thoughts. Today, we're exploring those signals. Not the obvious flirting that everyone can recognize, but the deeper, more authentic behaviors that show genuine interest and emotional investment. Think about it. How different would your dating life be if you could recognize these signs with confidence rather than second-guessing every interaction? Number 1, she remembers the details. When someone mentions something you said 3 weeks ago in casual conversation, when they remember your coffee order after you mentioned it once, when they recall that story about your childhood pet that you shared on your first date. That's not just good memory, that's selective attention. Our brains are constantly filtering information, deciding what's worth remembering and what can be discarded. When someone consistently remembers the small details about you, it's because their brain has tagged that information as important. She remembers your favorite band, not because she has a photographic memory, but because when you mentioned it, she was fully present. She remembers that you're allergic to shellfish or that you have a big presentation next Thursday. Think about someone you were completely indifferent about. How much do you remember about them? Probably very little. Now think about someone you were deeply attracted to. I bet you remember what they were wearing the first time you met. That's the difference. When you're on someone's mind, you're not just passing through their thoughts, you're taking up residence. Number 2, she finds ways to connect outside of planned meetings. We all lead busy lives. Between work responsibilities, social commitments, and personal obligations, our time and attention are constantly being pulled in multiple directions. When someone consistently makes the effort to reach out beyond scheduled plans, sending a message because something reminded them of you, sharing an article related to a conversation you had, that's a clear sign you're occupying their thoughts. It's the random Tuesday afternoon text saying, "Just saw someone wearing the same unusual hat you have," or the link to a music video with the message, "This reminded me of what we were talking about last week." These spontaneous connections aren't strategic moves in some elaborate dating game. They're authentic moments of thought association. Something in her world connected to you, and she felt compelled to create a bridge between her experience and yours. Pause and consider how meaningful that actually is. In a world of constant distraction, she's choosing to bring you into her day, even when you're not physically present. Number 3, she creates future scenarios that include you. When someone regularly mentions future plans that casually include you, pay attention. This isn't about serious commitment talk. It's about the natural inclusion of you in her forward thinking. There's this new restaurant opening next month we should try. That movie comes out in a few weeks. We should go see it. You'd love this hiking trail. We should go when the weather gets better. These casual references to future shared experiences reveal something significant. When she thinks about enjoyable future scenarios, you're naturally part of that mental picture. Most people are protective of their future selves and experiences. We don't casually include just anyone in our anticipated joy. When someone consistently places you in their imagined future moments, they're revealing that their mental landscape has been altered to include you. It's not the grandness of the plans that matters. It's the ease and frequency with which you're included in them. Number 4, she adjusts her schedule to create space for you. Time is our most precious, non-renewable resource. How someone chooses to allocate their time speaks volumes about their priorities and interests. When she consistently makes adjustments to her schedule to create space for you, rearranging meetings, staying up a little later than usual, choosing to see you instead of other options, she's demonstrating something profound through her actions. Maybe she normally goes to the gym Thursday evenings, but suggests meeting for coffee instead. Perhaps she's a morning person, but stays up talking with you until midnight. These adjustments might seem minor, but they represent something much deeper. A willingness to adapt established patterns to include you, and we rarely modify our routines for people who aren't meaningful to us. Think about it. How often do you adjust your own schedule for someone you're not genuinely interested in? Number 5, she shows vulnerability with you. In our carefully curated digital world, authentic vulnerability has become increasingly rare. We're experts at presenting polished, confident versions of ourselves, highlighting our successes while concealing our struggles. When someone chooses to lower that shield with you, sharing their genuine worry, admitting to insecurities, it indicates a significant level of trust and comfort. She tells you about the project at work she's nervous about. She admits she's actually intimidated by large social gatherings. These moments of vulnerability aren't signs of weakness. They're invitations to deeper connection. Most people are highly selective about who they show their authentic selves to. We instinctively protect our deeper truths from those who might judge them. When someone consistently chooses to be vulnerable with you, they're demonstrating that you occupy a meaningful place in their emotional world. Number 6, she mirrors your energy and communication style. Have you ever noticed someone subtly adopting elements of your communication style, your phrases, or your energy level? This mirroring behavior is often unconscious, and it's one of the most reliable indicators of connection and interest. Maybe you have a unique way of describing things, and suddenly she's using similar expression. Perhaps you tend to communicate with voice messages, and she starts doing the same. This mirroring isn't mimicry, it's attunement. It's her brain creating pathways of connection by adapting to your wavelength. Psychological research has consistently shown that we unconsciously mirror people we're attracted to or interested in. It's our nervous system's way of saying, I want to understand your world and connect with your experience. Number 7, she notices changes in you that others miss. When someone is genuinely attuned to you, they notice shifts in your energy, mood, or appearance that more casual observers miss entirely. You seem a little quieter than usual today. Your energy is different. Is something on your mind? You got a haircut, didn't you? It looks good. This heightened awareness isn't about being hyper-vigilant. It's about genuine attentiveness. When someone is thinking about you regularly, they develop a baseline understanding of who you are, your typical expression, energy levels, and patterns. Most people move through their days largely focused on themselves. When someone consistently breaks through that self-focus to truly see you, to notice the small changes in your demeanor or appearance, it reveals a mind that has made room for your presence. Number 8, she creates inside references and shared language. One of the most intimate forms of connection is the development of a private language. Inside jokes, shared references, or unique ways of communicating that only the two of you fully understand. When she regularly references past conversations, builds on inside jokes, or uses phrases that have special meaning between you, she's actively cultivating a private world that belongs to just the two of you. These linguistic connections aren't just about humor, they're about building shared identity and creating a communication space that's uniquely yours. They say, we have a special connection that's different from what I have with others. Think about your closest relationships. Don't they all have certain phrases or jokes that would make no sense to outsiders? This shared language develops naturally when two people are consistently in each other's thoughts. Number 9, she defends and supports you in your absence. Perhaps the most telling sign of genuine interest is what someone says about you when you're not in the room. When she gently corrects misunderstandings about you in group settings, highlights your strengths to others, or stands up for your perspective in your absence. That's not just politeness. That's someone who has internalized a positive image of who you are and feels compelled to protect it. Most people are fairly neutral about those they don't think much about. They might not speak negatively, but they also don't go out of their way to ensure others see the best in them. When someone consistently portrays you in a positive light to others, not exaggerated, but genuinely appreciated, it reveals that they've been thinking deeply about your qualities and value. So, what does all this mean? Here's the truth about genuine interest and attraction. It's rarely ever complete. Here's the truth about genuine interest and attraction. It's rarely ever completely hidden. When someone is truly thinking about you, their behaviors will consistently reflect that mental focus. Not in grand, theatrical gestures, but in small, consistent patterns of attention and care. Remember, these signs aren't a checklist where someone needs to exhibit all behaviors to be interested in you. Human connection is more nuanced than that. Some people express their interest differently based on their personality and past experiences. The key is looking for patterns and consistency rather than isolated incidents. One remembered detail might be coincident. A pattern of attentiveness reveals genuine focus. So the next time you're wondering where you stand with someone, look beyond the obvious flirt. Pay attention to these subtle but powerful behaviors that reveal when you're truly occupying space in someone's mind. Because when someone is genuinely thinking about you, they don't have to announce it. Their actions will quietly but consistently show it.